Morning he is a lecturer and in the evening he is an undertaker. No, this time we are not talking about the undertaker of WWE. We are talking about Neville Noronha, a man who along with his father Joseph Noronha have been associated with coffin making for almost 3 decades now. A resident of Jeppu, Neville is an accountancy lecturer in Canara College. He began his lecturing career in Roshanilaya School of Social Work, Mangalore. He taught there for 1 year. In the year 1989, he completed his M.Com from Karnataka University, Dharwad, via correspondence. He has been pursuing lecturing in Canara College for the past 18 years. Besides, he serves as an NSS officer in the college. But in spite of these activities that indulges himself in, he always finds time for doing what he does best, make coffins. Speaking about the genesis of their coffin making venture, he takes you down memory lane when it all began in the late 70s.
Actually, we were in a furniture business and we look into these coffins. Maybe in the year 1978-79, we started the work of coffin also as a part of our furniture work. And later on, maybe the inspiration given by Father Ravi Santosh Kamath towards the full concept of undertaking. So we specialized in undertaking from the year 1992 until now we are continuing the same full undertaking. And that full undertaking starts from the body bath, bathing of the body, till the anniversary, like whatever requirements relating to the funeral that we provide as our service.
At their shop, Noronha's St. Joseph Undertakers, one can find coffins of different varieties. They make the basic structure of coffins at various sizes, width and length, and keep them ready so that whenever a funeral is reported, they can provide the customers with the coffin of their requirement. Besides coffins, Neville creates wooden mementos as well whenever he gets time.
Normally we keep the structure ready. It starts from the woodwork, the structure of the coffin, the finished structure of the coffin, and we keep all the sizes of different size and the breadth, like a width, ready here, and according to the instruction given by the customer, we'll affix the cloth. About the color of the coffin, like the cloth, normally we have 2 or 3 varieties. One, always the inside will be white and the outside we fix white cloth. This is for the priest or the nuns or the unmarried people, small kid or 100 years old but unmarried, we go for white coffin, and if it is married one, we'll go for the purple one. And normally in the olden days, like if it is widow or widower, they used to go for black, but now the preference is only given for the purple one.
Once a death is reported to the Noronhas, they start the undertaking process right from giving bath to the body to lowering the body inside the grave.
We'll start from bathing of the body. Suppose if any customer of ours informs us that there is a death in their house, if the body is inside in the place, in their residence only, we'll go there, we'll arrange for bathing, dressing of the body, keep it ready. And we also provide for the stand to keep the body of the funeral, that coffin, and even the candle stand and the cross to keep behind. That is on the very first moment. Then we'll ask for the coffin, which type of coffin. Then we prepare the coffin. As you said, the structure will be ready. According to the instruction, we prepare the coffin. Within 1 hour or 2 hours, we'll deliver the coffin immediately.
Neville calls it an act of service rather than business, which is why he says they do not have any middlemen for this job. They do not ask for service charges as well.
When we are in the furniture business, it was actually a business. Later on, once we started with the full undertaking, it was the concept has changed from the profit orientation to the service orientation, because much of the work of ours is of the service. For example, if the body has to be taken to the morgue, so there is no charges we are charging for that, taking the body and all, only the ambulance charges and the hospital bill, that you have to pay. But my time, I will be there personally for 2 hours, 3 hours. It starts from there, and our service ends even lowering the coffin. So our idea is much of service orientation rather than the profit orientation. Naturally, we are also required the livelihood. We charge for our work, like for the coffin, for the hearse, but not as a service charges. Like we provide the other arrangement, that is grave or monument. For that, we are not charging any extra thing, and also we are not taking any extra thing from the person who has done that work.
If the body has to be transported, to another place via aircraft, then a tin layer is incorporated inside the coffin, for without it, the airport authorities will not allow the transit of the body.
For the normal coffins, the tin is not used, but suppose if you want to send the body by air, that is air, by aircraft, then the aircraft people, they insist on a tin box inside, and outside it will be plywood box covered, and it's a airtight box. Inside we'll also use the sponge so that the body is not damaged. That is only to send the body abroad, like abroad in the sense within India by air or abroad.
For people in general, a look at their coffin often gives them the reminder of their own death. So how does Neville feel when he has to look at coffins almost every single day?
Truly speaking, it has become a part and parcel of our life, one thing. Then when we prepare the coffin, it is a structure. It is just like any, when you prepare a showcase or when you prepare a chair, it is just like a structure. But the emotion starts now when that activity of bathing. So suppose I am bathing a body, dressing of a body, or even shift the body to the coffin, or the lowering of the coffin to the grave. So at that time maybe sometimes that idea comes, but still at that time also we are not much worried with our death, instead, because I am much worried with I would say, for example, while lowering or while bathing. While bathing, I will be very cautious about the body should be intact. So my mind will be always like that, that body should be intact and it should be correct and all. So I am not much worried with my death at that time also. Even while lowering, I will be worried with the other person who was standing on the other side, lowering the coffin. So we should lower properly. So nothing should happen like until the lowering is over. Once the lowering is over, my mind will be busy with the coffee, like I had ordered for the coffee for the people, so whether it is enough, sufficient, whether everyone gets. So my mind will be busy with the next stage. So the idea of, as you say, like my own death, that reminder is, I think, less.
Neville's wife, Cleta Rodriguez, also assists him in his undertaking business.
Okay, whenever the order comes and all, no, like all this outside work, for example, now preparing the coffin and all that and all, he looks after along with the worker and my father-in-law. Otherwise, with the paperwork or like obituary, and even if giving advertisement in Daijiworld and all, contacting those media people, and flowers and all, arranging the flowers, that work and all usually I do. And even after the death also, we have certain formalities, like they have this month's mind mass and all, no? For that we need this mortuary cards and all those other things, like even like the concrete cross what we have to arrange on the grave, that and all work, I undertake that work.
The Noronha family is associated with an activity that reminds most people that this journey of life is the beginning of the end. It won't be wrong if one says that Neville and his family, in the literal sense of the term, try to make the dead rest in peace.
Tickle your taste buds with sumptuous dishes. Madhuvan's Village promises food relishers a delightful journey in taste. Experience an enchanting village ambience with cozy huts, smoke-free zone and tranquil surroundings. Village Family Restaurant is now even more inviting with added features like 4-lane concreted road right at the doorstep, ample space for car parking, more picturesque open space ideal for corporate and family parties, exceptional dining choices of Indian, Chinese, continental and ethnic delicacies. Visit Village Family Restaurant to experience a delicious blend of idyllic surroundings and mouth-watering cuisines. Madhuvan's Village, the family restaurant, Yadi, Mangalore 8, 42214-158. Come once, you're sure to remain a regular.
Music has been a field where newer experiments are tried often. The Konkani musical field is no different. It has been witnessing of fresh ideas, new experiments and past transformation. Gulf Voice of Mangalore, a freshly conceptualized program aimed at lending encouragement to emerging singers and providing them a stage to showcase their talents, is inspired by television shows like Indian Idol and Voice of India that have caught the country's imagination and have become immensely popular. The Konkani community settled in Gulf countries will have a musical feast to relish on in October next. Youth Recreation Center, a rising star, an established and experienced organization from Kuwait, will be bringing this program for them. In spite of not being a television program, the producers of Gulf Voice Mangalore are confident of maintaining high standards witnessed in television programs in this musical competition. Preliminary preparations for the program have already been made 6 months in advance, and in the first phase, interested singers were registered online, and after screening over 200 applicants, 12 singers from each of the Gulf countries have been selected. The second phase of the selection will be through performances in the presence of famous Konkani musicians and judges. The third and final phase, to be held in Kuwait in October 17, 2008, 2 singers selected from each of the Gulf countries, Dubai, Bahrain, Muscat, Doha, Qatar and Kuwait, will be made to compete against each other. Top Konkani singers Wilfred Bimbas, Sandesh Awardee Melvin Paris and renowned music director Joel Pereira from Mangalore will be judging the performances of individual contestants. A team of 10 artists including Konkani Meena Rabembas, well-known musicians Jocelyn Pinto, Christopher Mascarenas, Richard Montero, Theo Alvarez and Melvin Fernandez will accompany them. After each phase of the competition, these artists will present a stage performance. Well-known MC Leslie Lego will compare the program. This was announced at a press conference which was organized by Lawrence Pinto, Luis Rodriguez, Konkani singer Wilfred Rebembas and Daijiworld editor-in-chief Walter Nandalike. MC Leslie Lego gave details of the program.